vortex opens, a new world spins. For Rob's first slide, the game begins. Phil knows the way through parallel streams. A first-timer's doubt, a super fan's dreams. We analyze the journey, we break down the feed. It's time to slide with me.
All right, slide in. Do it like all sci-fi like. That wasn't very good. Why did your ass come in first? Everything they do fucking face first, except John.
My ass always comes in first.
His stunt double falls in first.
Welcome to Slide With Me.
As you can see by our, we paid a lot of money for this background, so we got to use it as much as we can.
This is a show in progress where we figure out what's going on because we used to have a show, and then Rob was like, "I don't want to do it anymore."
That's right. I was like, I hate being around you and your lack of Girl Guide cookies.
That was my wife, and same reason.
Your wife hated being around me too. That's why she made you stop the show. She hated you because I was a bad influence. I swear a lot, and I what else? I was a bad influence. I said Slider sucks, and Phil was like, "Oh," and I hurt his gentle heart, and then he had to stop.
So what happens is I left the show, and then Rob kept going, "Let's do a show," and he finally, multiple times said, "Sliders, in a review sounds great."
Now, why did I say sliders?
Because that would be what gets me.
That and who had never seen? That's not true. I had seen, and I brought this up before. I had seen.
How many times did I mention sliders in our previous episodes?
All the time, and I'm like, one day I'll get around to this show. And I remembered the idea of sliders. Watching this first episode, I realized that I think nearly everything I remembered about it from when I was a kid was wrong, because the one thing I do remember was I saw a promo for probably watching the X-Files, because I constantly watch the X-Files. I saw a promo for sliders where they slide into a world, and again I thought they were time travelers, but we'll discuss why that's wrong. Why they where all the men are dead or men are extinct or something, and all the women start going bonkers for Sala and Vern.
You're spoiling future episodes.
But I didn't. I was like, holy shit, that's what the show. I remember the show, and then I started watching this, and I was like, nope. And then the one black dude shows up, Rembrandt, and I was like, I don't remember him.
That's why you loved it.
That's right. The black representation, where he is a 1960s
person of color.
Could have been a person of color, where he's a 1960s. He's reliving. Oh no, sorry, it's 1970s. Spinning tops days. I'm like, holy Christ.
Okay, so getting into it, I want to do sliders. Sliders is awesome. It's that trope of. Well, you explain it. You explain the sliders plot. So, or not for this episode, but for the whole.
The overarching. The idea that I thought originally was it's time travelers and they slide through time. That was my thinking, because I remember seeing a commercial where Jerry O'Connell was talking to himself, and I was like, "Oh, okay, it's going to be." And the show, this pilot episode starts exactly like Back to the Future, where it comes to the basement, you can see all the hardware and whatnot. So. But that's wrong. The actual show is about Jerry O'Connell is trying to develop. He's a kid in college, and he's trying to develop a gravitational anti-gravity device. And he goes to school, and he's late going to school, and his no,
just a quick
door.
rundown.
I've got to put it out of my brain.
Well, we're gonna go through the synopsis.
His door. What the fuck's it called? Gate. His gate squeaks. But then when he comes back and it doesn't squeak, and sliders. But the whole point is...
You should be in the pitch meeting for a sliders revamp.
Make sure they have the squeaking gate.
Well, it would have to.
It would have to, right?
Yeah.
That or it's like a robot that fucking... It curses in different
languages.
You know,
it'd be like,
time he goes through.
It would be Quinn Mallory's son or daughter.
Daughter, that's right. It has to be his daughter. And no, it's got to be his son who's transitioned to a daughter.
Okay.
And then they meet a teacher... And the who's
teacher
Sala,
who's Mexican, who's getting deported.
Oh, by ICE, and that's who they're fucking escaping through the whole thing. They're fighting ICE.
Those are the new Cro-Mags.
Oh my god, that's what we do. Don't talk about the Cro-Mags. I don't know what that is. But the point is, they slide all. So it's not time travel. It's different dimensions. And then Sala, he's Dr. Sala. He explains. he's Vern is one of his students, and Vern discovers, but the other Vern, a Vern who comes in from another place, it doesn't matter. The whole point is the show is all about sliding through different dimensions, but something is always a little. So far, from what I've seen, I don't know. I've only seen 1.5 episodes. Some things are a little bit fucked up when you come
within this trope. There are interdimensional tropes. So the trope of time, not time. You got me doing it.
Interdimensional shifting, sliding, interdimensional sliding.
In that trope of interdimensional things.
Yep.
Like we see in Marvel, right?
But the difference is, this is good when they do interdimensional shifting.
Sometimes.
Marvel is not. Okay, yeah, that's true. That's the reason. But the Marvel one, so far, the multiverse, and I don't want to start talking about the Marvel multiverse. Let's just put it this way.
We will.
I'm glad we're resetting everything with Doomsday, because everything post Avengers Endgame has been dog shit, and I have seen one of them, and I don't need to see the rest to know they're garbage.
Because no one cares to talk about it anymore after it's out.
Nobody's excited about it. When's the last fucking time? You know what?
Fantastic Four, and then it's
I had zero interest in Fantastic Four, zero interest in the Untouchables or Interdimensionals. What are they called?
Eternals.
No, the one where they were the new Avengers. The Untouchables, the Forgettables,
the new Avengers. That's what they wanted to call it, but it didn't catch on.
Expendables? What the fuck did they call them?
I don't even remember.
It was hashtag.
Yeah, because they changed to the new Avengers.
But what were they called?
I don't remember.
The one person that's going to watch this is fucking screaming at the camera right now what it is. I think it's like the Forgettables.
It's you later.
It's me. Oh, shit. It's the other version of me that slid in to 5 minutes before we've done this. That's outside banging at the door right now because my doorbell doesn't work, telling me not to fucking do
when
this.
The recording doesn't work, we come back next week to review
he's the slider who slid in and he stopped it from recording.
Okay, so the first and second episode of Sliders Season 1 is a 2-part, pretty much a movie.
Kind of, but
they started with the whole Universal thing and and an intro that was like very Back to the Future with the slow.
But where did it? Where did it end for you? Because I saw the whole first episode where they go into
Crying Man.
Huh?
It was the credit roll is Crying Man singing. Like his old music video.
Okay, so for mine, it put it all into one. It put it all into one episode. So it's an 87-minute episode.
That's what I was doing.
Okay.
So
I was waiting for the fucking cliffhanger and it never came up. I'm like, what the hell is he talking about? Has he literally not watched this show in so long that he forgot
the cliffhanger in this one is his dad.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So they realize they're not in the right place. Dun dun dun. So, but we'll get to that.
All right.
Part 1.
I apologize for having Girl Guide cookies in my teeth. Gonna need these Girl Guide cookies.
So in this show, we're going to talk about the first part of the show is pretty much just talking about the show in general and the idea of the show and the concept of that episode, and then we go into a full synopsis rundown. We crack jokes and talk about the show, how we feel about it.
It's me doing the synopsis, so little of it is going to actually be the synopsis. You can fucking read it, but I'll deliver it. And hopefully I've just watched it the day before.
You can read it, but I'll deliver it?
You'll read it. You just sit there reading
I'll baby bird it into your mouth.
Watch me as Girl Guide cookies. But you can just look over at me doing it. I'm doing it all wrong. And you're like, this fucking idiot.
No,
and then you'll slide in from the other side.
You interrupt and you start going into what's happening. I'm like, I'm reading it.
It's going to be hard for me because I don't like to interrupt. Notice how I'm being quiet?
At the wrong parts. In a San Francisco basement, we're going to do this
synopsis is going to be fucking gangster. You're going to be the...
Yeah, I fell yesterday, but anyway. Physics student Quinn Mallory tapes a diary entry documenting his latest efforts to perfect an anti-gravity device.
See, I remembered anti-gravity.
You did. Mallory admits that he has failed in that, but he stumbled upon something else.
Not to mention, when it's showing him like rewatching his diary entries, they're on like an old CRT TV. So I was watching on this big screen.
Brings it back.
And it brings back the CRT TV, and it's just like a frame that they've applied to it around it, and they've got all the fucking lines and shit. And I'm like, my God.
A filter.
I'm watching. Yeah, filter. That's the word I'm looking for. I'm watching it, and I'm like, is this really what we accepted from television back in the day?
We didn't know any better.
Yeah, we didn't know any better.
We didn't know it could get
I'm
better.
watching. I'm like, my God, this got so much. This got astronomically better for someone that's a big nerd for when it comes to like video quality and the technical aspects of the larger resolutions. Watching it like this, I was like, my God, we've come so far.
Playing back the previous night's experiment, Quinn reveals the viewing audience that his equipment.
Who was the intended audience for who he was recording it for? Like people,
Probably
like students, maybe,
yeah,
or it was like a video diary to know. Here's
later
what I've
for
done.
scientists. Yeah, it's a history.
Because he
thing.
talks to his mom in the
But
last
he's
one.
talking to everyone. So if he goes
I
into
don't care if he fucking
talking about
dies.
his mom or talking to his mom or talking to whoever, it's whoever who might be watching.
So he's saying, "Hey everyone, I love you very much. Tell Dad that I miss him if I don't get back."
It's kind of like I'm talking to everyone who could be watching this podcast.
How come you're not telling your mom you love her then?
But then I could say, "Hey mom, love you." But it's like,
and then when you come back murdered, they'll be like, "I'm glad that he put out this last Sliders podcast."
Yeah, that last note that he loves me. Yeah, glad I said it to my mother.
You should watch it with your mom. You should watch your mom with Sliders. No, that's the other way around. Watch Sliders with your mom.
No, I did when it was first
Really?
on. That's who was watching. We were watching it together, the family.
I remember watching it with my mom, but I had to turn it off because she would be. See how he
She
is
hated
good
the
at things.
dinosaur episode.
You're a disappointment. He's probably great to his mother, but you're a massive disappointment. I'm sorry I ever had you. Then I'm like, aw.
Sad. Quinn reveals that to the viewing audience that his equipment opened some type of transparent gateway,
Also, thank
which isn't transparent.
thank God for the Abyss. Because when I'm watching the fucking portal open, I'm like, oh, I've seen the Abyss. I remember this special effect. And he's walking around it, and it's fucking rippling shit. And I'm like, dude,
It's the only
this is
special
the
effect they have.
this is the exact shot from the movie The Abyss. And they were just like, just take that one from The Abyss and do exactly that. Which is great, because The Abyss was a fantastic movie. Like, amazing with special effects. But I was like, I've seen this before.
He stops taping, rushes to eat breakfast, and hurries to his graduate physics class taught by Professor Maximilian Arturo.
And what happens when he leaves his house?
The gate.
Squeak, squeak, squeak.
And it wasn't a main thing at that moment, but they brought it back.
Yep.
It's just like
I did like that's
there.
one thing I really liked, but I thought that as he's running to school, he jumps over that guy that's just kind of passed out on the lawn, just hanging out, and he runs into people. I was like, these people, the reason they're doing these specific shots is these are going to be relevant for another part of the show or later on in the show. Lots of setting up, lots of setting up a lot of recurring.
Not extras, but the people they just want to keep reusing and keep on the payroll and make it easy. People in Vancouver.
People in Vancouver. People who are done their shots on the X-Files and then finished their shots on Stargate and were like, okay, I need a job. So they came over to Sliders.
The other students there, about half a dozen, appear overwhelmed by Arturo's presentation on, probably underwhelmed by his presentation on the Dirac effect. But Quinn sits doodling the gate. It says that they were overwhelmed. They're just sitting there going, they hate this guy.
Not to mention, you know what? One thing I did like about his classmates is whenever you watch, because they're effectively glorified extras, right? His classmates. They might have one, I believe the Chinese guy whose name is, I think, Wang or Wong, has one line. And then the hippie guy has one line. It's like, oh, dude, you told him off. Oh. They didn't go that glorified extra route where your whole job as an extra is to just sit there and be kind of part of the background. Yeah. And they weren't doing
But why pay for more extras when you don't just have the recurring characters come in and be those people?
They weren't doing that. They were just being, hey, here's how you're in a class, and you just kind of sit there. I was happy to see that. They didn't distract from what the action was going on.
Yeah. But they did have enough emphasis on the camera use to show these people, so that you could get to see them later in their different roles.
Also, as soon as fucking Dr. Arturo talks, almost after every line he says, I was like, Indy, because all you can hear is Sala, man.
Yeah, from Indiana Jones and the everything. Every single one, even the most recent one, right? This Crystal Skull and
Dial of Destiny. Did you know that Dial of Destiny, they finally published or made public, and maybe this has changed, the total amount to make that movie was $419 million. That's nuts. Who would pay $419 million for an Indiana Jones movie? See, it refreshed because it got tired of me talking about it.
Got tired of me. What the fuck is this shit? Now I
Don't say fuck. Your mother's going to watch this, and then she's going to be upset that you never swore when we were watching Sliders together.
There goes the YouTube audience. After class, he proceeds to his job at Doppler Computer Store. And talks briefly with his friend and coworker, Wade Wells.
Now, his name is Quinn. Now, everybody just follow along me. And remember that this is in the 90s.
Yeah.
Quinn, remember, 90s. Quinn is a girl's name. And the reason I say it's a girl's name, because it was Dr. Quinn, medicine woman.
Yeah.
So Quinn is a girl's name. Wade is a boy's name. I have, in my life, never known
what's Wade short for?
I don't know. I think Wade is the name.
Oh.
Because the only people I've ever known named Wade, their full name is Wade.
William?
No, Will. I don't think Wade has a short for. I think Wade is the name. But her name is Wade. I kept on calling her Mallory because his name's Quinn, and I was calling her Mallory. So I was like Quinn and Mallory, but that's not accurate. Her name is Wade, and they're Quinn, Wade, Dr. Arturo, and Rembrandt. And
it's really weird seeing the computer store.
Yeah, calling it computer store made me laugh.
Very generic.
I get it. It's a generic. But you go to the store, and it's the best part. When he walked in the second time after he slid for the first time, and he comes back, there's like you hear like a oh Christ, pinball game.
Yeah.
You hear like pinball sound effects in the background. I'm like, when's the last time you saw a pinball game in the middle of fucking Best Buy?
Yeah, that's it. Maybe sometimes at Costco, but it never played.
No, it never played.
In the family basement, later that day, Quinn documents his attempts to uncover where the... Oh, hold on. The boss at the Doppler Computer Store is...
Fred Ears.
One of the actors in Stargate.
Yeah, because it's all Vancouver. I don't know.
I'm sure there's a lot of them because there's a few of them. So some of them were from Sci Factor. Do you remember Sci Factor? Did you ever watch that?
No.
It's like a science fiction Canadian show that went and visited X-Files for Canada.
The fucking X-Files was filmed in Canada.
So was this.
The black dude that shows up, that's the leader of the resistance when they go to communist America.
That's the guy I'm thinking of.
Yeah, that's Curtis. He's from 24. I remember from 24. He's Curtis in 24.
I think he's also been in, if I'm not wrong, I could be wrong, some Outer Limit episodes.
He's got to be a fucking Canadian actor.
Got to be. Or was he? No.
You, as the Sliders fan, you should know the actors' names. I know Jerry O'Connell and John Rhys Davies. I do not know the girl's name or the black gentleman's name. Do you?
Yes.
Is it Wade?
As we get Wadium. I don't know. He's already sent various objects through and inverted a bulky cell phone-like timer. Not inverted, sorry. He's invented his timer device.
Also, let's start looking at where the logic falls apart. Because this is where, the logic falls apart immediately. But where it falls apart, like, so bad that I'm like, okay, that's a problem, is when I've sent things through, and then they come back, and he has a timer, and then they come back. So it's like I sent something through, 14 minutes, and looks at his timer, 14 minutes and 40 seconds ago. And I set it for 15 minutes, so it's just about ready to come back. And then it comes back. I'm like, it hasn't been 20 seconds since 40 to 15 seconds, but we'll overlook that.
It's TV.
The problem is the basketball fires out at him and he catches it. We've seen that when you go into the slider hole on the other side, you jump into it. So how did that ball just magically bounce itself along?
No, because he would have pushed it through. Oh, but that's the question. How does it get brought? Where's the momentum?
From the other side.
Maybe someone is throwing it back.
What they should do is in the very last episode of the show, come back and he should be talking to the camera and a fucking ball hits him and he chucks it back.
In these episodes, it's set to come get you.
What?
Like the portal isn't assigned to the device at that point. It is assigned to the thing that goes through the portal.
Oh.
Maybe he has set up the portal to go on
Listen to
the
you
other
making
side.
excuses for a scientist genius like Maiden Mallory. What's his name? Quinn Mallory.
It's one of those things that never gets explained. And then later, it's the timer that you set the portal with. Like,
Did you ever find out what fucked up everything?
Yeah,
Your time?
I think so.
I think so. I mean, no.
You have to follow the timer. You can't go against it. The timer is the almighty God.
But then he fucks up the timer.
Exactly. It's fucked up his being able to get home. When a basketball shoots back through, it confirms Quinn's decision to travel through the gateway himself somehow. The next day, after setting the timer for 15 minutes, he steps into the vortex and appears in the basement. Thinking his discovery is a failure, Quinn drives away from his house to go to class.
And the lights are red when they're supposed to be in their world.
He runs a green light.
Yeah. And then stops
and
at a
people
red
are
light.
freaking out. And he's like, what the fuck's going on? I swore.
Don't say fuck.
And then he stops at a red light.
Stops at a red light. Oh, and who's on the radio?
Stops at a
He stops at a red light, but that's when you're supposed to go in their world. And who's on the radio but Harry Shearer from The Simpsons is doing all the radio announcer stuff. And he talks about how CDs are dead and vinyl is coming back. And I'm like, that'd be a cool world. I like collecting vinyl and I like showing off on my vinyl, but I don't think I'd be able to constantly listen to my vinyl.
And the Americans that are escaping into
into Mexico
because they don't like it here anymore.
Because they want a more democratic, free society. And I'm like, ooh.
Mm-hmm.
No political commentary on this show. We're not smart enough for it.
He turns the car on. Okay, you did that.
He did do that. Oh, shit. And he sees a sign that says Elvis at the Barrage. And it's like the most poorly drawn old
it was
Elvis.
Bad, yes. It was green screened and then whatever's just thrown on there. Returning to his house, Quinn finds his mother married
What doesn't happen when he returns?
It doesn't squeak.
That's right. The gate doesn't squeak. I'm going to fucking stay on that gate the whole time. Because I was like, that's a little goofy trick. I like that.
Quinn finds his mother married to the family's gardener and visibly pregnant.
How did this family afford a gardener?
She's a whore.
Okay. Gardener whore.
Would you garden for her flowers?
She's a hoe. How'd you not walk right into that fucking joke when he's a gardener?
I usually walk into the rake instead. He thinks he's going crazy, but before he can process the differences, the timer hits 0 and returns Quinn to his homeworld. That's another thing. Like, see, it just hit 0, even though he has the timer. He hasn't set it to.
But not to mention, that's been way fucking longer than 15 minutes.
It's TV time. You can't
24 did it 24 minutes. No, 60 minutes.
And how many other shows do that? The Pit since then.
I've never watched The Pit. Everybody keeps talking about it. I've never watched it.
The Pit's great. When Quinn attends Professor Arturo's class the same day, the professor abruptly...
What kind of name is Arturo?
It's Italian.
Is he Italian?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But he has a British accent. It's not an Italian accent.
He used to be one of those singers.
Pavarotti?
Yeah. That was the joke.
One of those.
They actually make that joke on the show at some point.
He does look like... Now I fucking see it. He does look like Pavarotti.
He does. The professor abruptly dismisses the class and admonishes Quinn for mocking his theories and calling him a pompous windbag.
Now, that didn't happen, though. A different Quinn did that. I think.
Quinn goes to work and finds that he not only kissed Wade, I would kiss Wade, but has been fired for telling off his boss. At first, Quinn thinks this change in others is due to the wormhole he traveled through, but he comes home and goes into the basement to find...
Also, I like when he tells Wade says to him, don't tell me that kiss didn't mean anything. He's like, oh shit, I kissed the boss. That's why I got fired. And she goes, no. When you and I kiss, he goes, oh, gross. I can't kiss you. You're like my friend. That'd be like incest. That made me fucking laugh. Family. We're like family. That'd be like incest. That made me fucking laugh.
She should have smacked him for that.
But when he said that'd be like incest, he says it so nonchalantly. I was like, that was funny.
So he comes home and finds
The
a
other
banana. No.
he finds the other Quinn, the other Quinn. And I do like, so okay, there's a lamp, right? So he's got his desk, and maybe back when TVs were really bad in the 90s, you wouldn't know that was other Quinn, because he does this. He's like, who are you? He's like, you must know. And Jerry O'Connell did it as non. Oh, I thought you were looking at something. No, he does it, and he goes down like to the light, and he does it as non.
The evil.
No, like it was awkward, and he does it as non-awkward as he can. But there's no way you can make that
It
awkward.
comes off as evil Quinn.
Because you're like, it's so fucking obvious that's Quinn, and then he gets down into the light, and you're like, yeah, it's Quinn. And the other guy's like, huh.
And then we have the green screen.
Oh, that was bad because they had to do it.
Better than a lot of other plays.
It's true, but it wasn't like one of those plate shots where they cut it in half and you have each guy on each side. They had to have Quinn here, and then they had Quinn walk around, which they had done in Back to the Future, Back to the Future 2 and 3, and they really, they got it really good. But holy shit, when he's walking around Quinn, there's all this fuzziness around him, and I was like, back in the days of bad CG.
It was. They used those things sparingly, but in every trope show.
But it comes off, and I'm glad they did it this way, because it comes off where
it comes off real enough.
The other Quinn might be bad. Yeah. He might be a bad Quinn.
But we don't know.
But you don't know. They don't make it super fucking obvious where he comes in with an eye patch. He's like, I'm the bad Quinn. But he comes in and he's just like, he's kind of nice, but kind of cocky and kind of a dick. And you get the vibe that maybe...
And he's already told people off.
Yeah.
But he was doing that as a favor to this Quinn.
Not to mention, he says this is the 8th slide he's been on. You're going to be this fucking cocky after 8 times?
Hey, he's going through like the awesome places he's been within 8 slides.
8 fucking times.
So you're talking out your ass because like you might have had that happen, but it's only been 8 slides.
Yep. Like,
come back to me when you've hit 50.
Not to mention, on your 8th time driving a car, you're like, fuck, I got this, no problem. Like, dude, it's gonna be like 50 fucking times before you're like, okay, I'm like,
as you go by.
Fuck, I know. I drive 1,000 miles an hour. I can fucking bullet jump over a goddamn road. Like, not a chance.
The double explains that he's traveled between dimensions. He's been sliding for some months now. So 8 times in months.
Which means he slid back home after like 50 minutes first time and then sat around for like a month.
Trying to figure it out.
And then, he fucking slides again. Like
7 times in a row. Just at the end, he sees a pro after like...
just fucking jumps through.
After a day of 15-minute jumps.
And now he's an expert. Well, he says there was one day he spent 4 hours at like the Paradise Planet or some shit. And it kind of sucks. And maybe this will become a thing in the show. Like I said, I've only watched like 1.5 episodes where if I could say, okay, this is the planet I want to be at forever, I would just like throw the fucking timer away. If the portal opens up, I don't give a fuck. I'm just going to walk over here because I want to be in this planet forever.
But then you get that trope in other shows where it's like, oh, it's Paradise Planet, let's stay. And then it ends up being something crazy or something
stupid. Or more the Twilight Zone started that.
Something changes it, like quick deaths.
Or remember The Simpsons with the fucking, it's raining outside and it's fucking donuts.
It's like, it's a paradise, but half of the world's population has to die every 5 years.
Mm-hmm. Not the good half.
There's no control now over what worlds Quinn can slide to.
Because the other Quinn explains that. He's like, you have no control. It's like, I love the way he described it too. This was a fucking good way to describe it. He said, imagine the portal as a roulette wheel with infinite possibilities. Yeah. And when you slide through, you're throwing the ball onto the roulette wheel. I'm like, dude, that's a cool way to describe it.
And all you can do is set the timer to come get you, pretty much.
Yeah. Also, not to mention, when I look at our camera, the way it's set up, it looks like it's entirely on you. Are you sure that I'm even in the shot of this fucking thing? Or am I just a voice sliding to you from the side?
I'm a giant person. So I have to frame it for me and then reframe it afterwards.
For all. So you like to say you're giant, but I'm the one here eating fucking Girl Guide cookies.
You haven't touched them and they're on screen the whole time.
I have.
You're like, buy Girl Guide cookies.
You know, they missed an opportunity. Chocolate and vanilla, and it's a white girl and an Asian girl in the front.
I'm gonna make sure they do not sponsor us at all by saying pyramid scheme.
Just cut that out and say
Great,
great
great
scheme.
cookies.
What a great scheme.
I love deep mint chocolate chip. But with the timer, he can control how long he stays in each one. The double tries to warn him not to do something.
I still stand by the ideology that if you have sex with your double, you're technically masturbating. If it's your double, like it's because these guys are effectively doubles. They're the same person. They just exist in two different dimensions.
Okay, but if you had an identical twin,
But a twin's a
And-
different person.
is it?
Mhm.
It's identical,
They're a different person.
but so is this
But
person.
you, in a different reality, is still you.
No, because that's the whole thing with the alternate timelines, is because different things have happened to different people. Therefore, having all these different possibilities having happened to you, you become a whole different person.
But the DNA, the zygote that was still in your mom, that grew inside of her and then was expelled from her, is still that same glue of DNA.
Well, that's a whole nother. Well,
It is,
that branches
and that's
into
why
a
you're
whole
allowed to
nother
have
issue.
sex with your identical interdimensional double, because it's not anything weird. It's just masturbating with extra steps.
Branching into, if this actually happened and you went through a wormhole into another dimension, wouldn't it be more likely that so many things have been able to change in the world since forever that
Like what makes DNA is different?
nothing would be similar?
Huh?
Like people might not be looking similar. It might be unicorns talking to each other.
That would suck.
You just
Can you imagine two fucking unicorns talking? No, that's all I gotta think of is two unicorns talking to
is
each
that a
other.
person?
And if they do
I
sliders,
thought that was a myth.
and I don't think it's like a fucking caveman. But if they do reboot sliders, they've got to slide into a world where it's like two unicorns chatting with each other.
So the double warns him about something as he's being brought back into the portal, but you can't hear him.
And I was hoping that with the subtitles, I'd be able to make it out, and it says nothing.
It never tells you, and it doesn't even tell you on here. So
Bullshit.
maybe
Do you eventually find out what it is?
I think so. I haven't watched for a while, so.
Good thing we're doing a fucking podcast about the show you love so much.
And then in like 5 months, I'll forget.
There we are.
Forget we even done the show.
Should we do sliders?
We're gonna be on.
That's
to
what
our
I'll
next
do.
show.
We've already done this fucking podcast, and you can find it on YouTube. He's forgotten about it, and this will be the second time.
The next show is Blues Clues in Reviews.
Blues Clues and Reviews.
Quinn's mother admits to Arturo and Wade at the front door.
Admits them. I was going to say she admits to them what?
I've been having sex with the gardener.
Now, not to mention, you're sitting there. I don't know what the mom does. So the mom's just chilling out at home, and then
She doesn't do anything.
you're
She's a homemaker, and that's a no.
oh, and she lives on her dead husband's pension. But Wade and Dr. Arturo show up at the door, and she says, "Hey, I'm just." And again, this is it was the 90s. So Wade shows up, shows her, and Wade say, "Hi, I'm your buddy, or I'm Wade. I'm your son's buddy from
she
work."
should know that.
And she goes, "Oh, I know. He's talked all about you before." And then she
Who
comes in,
fuck
and then
is that?
fucking Sala just follows her in, and then introduces, "Yeah, I'm Dr. Arturo. Oh, my son fucking thinks you're the greatest." Yes, well, he better think of the greatest. He just wandered in without her like knowing who the fuck this guy
The
was.
ego,
Yeah, that was great.
the expectation that he can just go wherever he wants.
That's right.
Well, that's his
I'm with
character.
Indiana Jones, Indy.
I could go wherever I want. Go to the basement where Arturo is astonished that Quinn seems to have confirmed the unified field theory.
Amazing.
I got that out. Quinn opens the vortex to another world, and he and Wade are ready to enter. But Arturo has misgivings about stepping through. Quinn draws more power from the house's electrical system
Electra.
to widen the gateway for all
The
three
gutway.
to proceed. But once they enter the vortex, the additional power seeks out and envelops a nearby Cadillac. It's
Now, let's consider how Wade got this wrong. Or Quinn. What's his name? Quinn. How Quinn got this wrong.
extra power.
I'm going to try a little bit more extra power for three people. So he turns it up a bit and then just fucking cranks over to the end when 3 people and an additional person and a night or fucking be somebody's Cadillac.
And this portal runs wild.
That's a lot more. Like, come on, dude. Learn how much fucking power this thing needs. Well, he should learn.
But that's the thing.
What he should have done was gone through with it, and if only like part of Wade came over, like, okay, the next time we've got to do a bit more and get like 2 of her legs this time.
It's Stargate.
There you are.
You don't go in
they
time.
get half of Professor Arturo. Pump it up a bit more. Like, don't fucking go right to the top. That's madness.
And this is where we see Rembrandt Crying Man Brown in the Cadillac as he goes through it.
Yep.
Not through the Cadillac, the portal.
Yep. Cadillac goes through the portal. That whole setup was... I enjoyed the whole Rembrandt thing, but it feels very kind of dated for what they did with that character. I'm like...
It was weird.
I don't know if I'd say it was weird. It just felt like again, Back to the fucking Future, when remember Marty gets on stage with the guys at the Enchantment of the Sea dance, and they're all those 4 black dudes that are singing the Earth Angel stuff. It felt like the guy that made this show just watched Back to the Future and said, "Shit, I need a black dude in this show."
It's like the male Supremes.
Yeah, I'm like, I know, I'll just do that same thing, but here it just felt really like, holy shit, this is old. Like every other character didn't seem new.
Classic. Black
like R&B,
R&B.
Classic R&B, yeah. Well, all R&B was black R&B. Learn about music.
Organized rhyme with Tom Green.
I hate Tom Green. He's one comedian that
Canadian.
anybody I talk to in the States are like, "Oh, Tom Green's funny." I'm like, dude, he's not. Tom Green is, and I've had, and you and I will go down this road several times. I fucking hate Adam Sandler. I'm never gonna think that guy's funny, and I cannot wait until it comes out.
Never in the show.
Cannot wait till it comes out that
he's gay.
No, I don't care if he's gay. If he's like tax laundering or something
like MAGA.
Can't wait.
He was on Epstein Island 14 times.
Of course, they'd send him. The point is, he doesn't fucking show up.
That kid from the movie that he was in.
And you know what the worst is? That dipshit Sandler would be on Epstein Island, attracting all these teenagers going, that thing that he does where he talks like one of the Teletubbies.
And he blames it on when he was younger. I was 19. I was on SNL. I was stupid.
Stand that fucking guy. Anyways, he never shows up on Sliders, so that's good. Point 1 for Sliders.
Rembrandt Brown.
That sounds like a stupid name. Brown.
And what was he on his way to see?
He was going to go to the local baseball game to sing the opening national anthem.
Yep.
The American national
He wanted
anthem.
to come back into the music industry because he left after leaving his group. And this was his first
spinning
gig.
tops, I think they were called.
I think so.
Rolling tops, something like that. They couldn't call it the 4 tops because there's already the tops. But I think it's the spinning tops.
I'm sure it says here somewhere. Right? Arturo, Quinn, and Wade arrive in a frozen, dusty basement. The timer was set for them to stay 5 hours on this world. Lighting candles, they proceed upstairs and find everything completely frozen. Emerging from the Mallory house, Arturo, Quinn, and Wade encounter Rembrandt, who goes, "Who the fuck are you?"
Do they ever go into detail as to why Arturo has a lighter?
He found it with the candles.
He had it before. They stand and he turns on the thing and he's looking around.
Maybe
so he takes it out of his pocket. That's what I'm thinking. They'll bring up later that he secretly smokes.
Maybe because
I'm a crack addict, Indy.
I'm a scientist. I have to have it at any given time in case I'm stranded in
I need to hit Indy. Where is my pipe?
Quinn explains what happened.
What did happen? To Rembrandt Brown. Rembrandt Brown.
Period.
That's going to be a fucking hard name to keep up with. Rembrandt Brown.
I can't read. A tornado begins to sweep through the area.
The CG was so bad that at first I thought it was like the Loch Ness Monster. And I was like, is that supposed to be the Loch Ness Monster?
There's
and
ripples.
Then it gets close. And then I'm like, I think it's a tornado. And I didn't know it was 100%. It might have been like a fucking tidal wave.
That comes later.
Of course it does.
Another
thing they ripped off out of the abyss.
What I loved is that they used the same graphic, but in the same zoom, like the same, like 2 times. It didn't get closer. It was just the same exact thing. And then later it was like so close that you couldn't even tell what it was.
Also, not to mention, they come out of the house for like, man, it's nice and peaceful out here. They sit down in the car. They tell Run Brown about.
They could have
here's
talked
where-
in the house.
But it's also they're talking for a second, and then like, oh look over, oh look, 50 feet away from us, there is a catastrophic fucking tornado.
No, they
Like, we
hear
didn't-
it.
Not to mention,
They feel it.
they walk out of Quinn's fucking house, and there's Run Brown
We're
in his
still on
car.
episode 1.
and he's like, oh my god, it's a frozen wasteland. And he looks out, and there's like the fucking Brooklyn Bridge. Right? They have
San Francisco Bridge.
San Francisco. I'm sorry. They have.
The Golden
No wonder
Gate.
the mother doesn't need to work. Their house must be worth $1 billion with the fucking view they have of the Golden Gate Bridge. Like, holy moly!
They can only see the view right now because all the stuff got destroyed. There's like a cliff there.
Everything else got blown
Really?
apart.
There was a cliff
It's
there,
just the
right?
bridge. Be nice to fucking have that property.
It'd be nice to have a cliff next to your house.
Push you off of it.
A
You
tornado,
slide right over the side.
a tornado begins to sweep through the area, and the four of them agree they have to open another portal to survive the inclement weather conditions.
But they need to open it early before the timer goes off.
Because he was like, "Whoa, what happens? I don't know." Even though the timer hasn't hit 0 yet.
So I thought this is where the cliffhanger would be to go to the next episode. But no?
It'll come to that. The vortex opens above them, and Quinn heaves Arturo, Wade, and Rembrandt through it. Since there is no...
Also, how much bullshit is it that they're on a slippery fucking car? We've all stood on slippery surfaces when there's lots of ice and shit. And Sala says, pull me up, Indy. So he puts his fucking foot into Jerry O'Connell's hand, and Jerry O'Connell like throws him up. That fucking car's, I mean, Cadillacs are strong cars, but that trunk, that would have dented in. They would have slipped off it. Like, that's madness.
In the show, it seems like the portal has
some kind of suction? Oh, okay.
Like once you hit the event horizon or whatever it is.
Like you come into the vicinity of it. I remember.
Yeah. Once you hit that line, it like sucks you in.
I'll keep that in mind.
Need to get that portal. That's just a small version with like a,
the flashlight slider.
the portal. Now
I stick my dick in it and it comes up over there.
We haven't covered that. When it takes him too long to slide, Wade and Arturo fear that they may never see Quinn again.
That's where the fucking cliffhanger
That's
should have
where it
been.
was.
That's where what?
Yeah.
Yeah. Should we cover part 2 next week? Because we've already fucking yapped long enough. Do you want to see how long it's been? How long's it been?
2:30.
2:30.
We can stop here.
That's what I mean.
And immediately record.
I thought you meant we've been talking for 2.5 hours. Like what?
No. So that is our show. That's episode 1.
If you want to message us, you can slide into our DMs.
It'll show on the screen where you can send a thing to.
And there's Phil's home address at the bottom. So send him lots of
P.O. Box.
P.O. Box 666.
Watch episode. I just choked a bit.
This is a shambles. We
This is how we are.
we tried originally. We're like, we'll be professional this time. And then as soon as this came up and I put slide with me, I was like, all right, it's back to the old fucking way of doing things.
Professional looking. Watch episode 2, which is actually
episode
part
1.
2 of episode 1.
Yeah.
So if you're watching episode 1, it's just going to go straight into it. So
I have the DVD, so I
episode
don't
2.
know where can you watch it.
You can just find it.
Just find it.
Ask Google.
Ask ChatGPT to give you a plot synopsis.
Well, now with AI, you can ask it to actually
Oh my god!
make
Act
sliders.
out the show.
Yeah.
They'll have
With
better
other
CG with the
characters,
open AI.
just random.
Oh, but now that Sora's shut down, can't use Sora. But we can still use
No, use Greco.
Greco.
There's so many.
Isn't it called Grok?
Grok, that's where it was going.
Grok, show me an episode of Sliders.
Thank you for watching.
Slide into our DMs.
We'll be back
We
next
should have a better sign off.
week.
We'll slide out of your TV screen.
Rob, I'm glad that you could slide with me.
Where did I go?